how Coltrane flies through these minor changes. Not only in jazz, but probably in all genres, we have more minor tunes than major tunes. Which is totally logic seen from a theoretical point of view. In the common major scale, there are more minor chords than there are major chords. And most tunes in Western oriented music are written from this scale. And since most tunes anyways are about love or broken love, of course we play in minor. Let's hit the minor chords where it hurts. And since we have a lot of these minor chords, I'll run through some of them in this video. Let's go. Stay with me and stay focused. John Coltrane's Mr. PC is a minor blues in D minor. This tune is straight up minor all the way. This means we are treating this minor chord, the D minor chord, as the one chord, the tonic chord. On D minor we would normally play this minor scale, starting from the 6th degree of the major scale, the Aeolian minor. But what Coltrane does is spice it up. He's borrowing the C sharp and the B from the major key, playing that D minor major scale on the one chord. Check out the whole scale, check out the chord, and as soon as you possibly can, start composing your own lines. Get easily into playing this minor major sound. And remember to download the extra licks in the lesson manual PDF on Patreon. In part 10 you'll find that natural minor dominant, the A7 flat 9 flat 13, leading directly into D minor. Let's take a step back to what I mentioned earlier. On the normal minor we would use the Aeolian scale. But what you see when we spell out the chords in the Aeolian scale, the 5th degree, the dominant degree, does not have the leading tone to the root, the C sharp to D. And we really need that C sharp in our dominant. But what Coltrane can, we can do too. We borrow the C sharp from major and add this to our 5th degree in the Aeolian scale, getting an A7 flat 9 flat 13 chord. And when we fuse the A7 chord with the scale, we get this harmonic minor scale played from the A. The D minor harmonic scale played from the A. Train the chord, train the scale, and start composing licks resolving into that beautiful D minor chord. You probably also see and hear that I'm using Coltrane's option on playing D melodic minor on the D, resolving into that B and that C sharp. In the lesson manual on Patreon I've put tons of these A7 flat 9 flat 13 licks moving into D minor 7, ready to plug and play and add into your jazz lines. So I promise to check out more minor chord options. Looking at Blue Bossy, you see you have an E half diminished 7 chord before that A7 flat 9 flat 13. Obviously the E half diminished 7 chord is the 2nd degree in our minor scale. Add this chord to your jazz vocabulary ideas. When you play that E half diminished 7 scale, you stick with the Aeolian scale. Don't put a C sharp in there, that sounds funny. Stick with the Aeolian scale, but playing from the E. This means we are playing a Locrian scale. I'm not much into these modes, but here are the names. Aeolian, Locrian. In so many jazz tunes we need to change from major into minor. But there is no hocus pocus, it's basically all the same. Check out Autumn Leaves from bar 5, going from C major into A minor. We're using the B minor, the E7, the A minor. Again I'm using the Locrian scale on the B half diminished. On the A7 flat 9 flat 13 I'm using the D harmonic minor, but played from the 5th degree, the A. And on the D minor I'm playing melodic minor. A lot of changes in 3 bars. When you have these scales and these chords down, get cracking on composing licks. We're looking into a tune like There'll Never Be Another You. You see that it's obviously in major too, but immediately in the 3rd bar changing into minor. And exactly the same rules apply. We've seen this as Blue Bossa. On the E half diminished 7 I stick to the Locrian scale. On A7 flat 9 flat 13 I change into the harmonic minor scale played from the 5th degree. So the harmonic scale on the root, but played from the 5th degree, that A. And D minor, I treat that as a 1, so I'm actually playing melodic minor from D. When you learn to approach minor like this, you get so many more options when you are playing jazz lines. I really want to give you a head start when you are playing jazz. And I strongly recommend you to download the PDF on Patreon, which will ease you into playing that minor sound, getting you into the 2-5-1s in minor, which scales and which sounds you can use, teaching you these basic structures. And you must take a step further. Really check out these 2 videos. One on Coltrane's epic dominance, and dig deep on the flat 9, flat 13 dominant. Play music, have fun.